Okay. What's up, YouTube? What's up, world? Kyle Beans here. War Media, the Empire striking back once again. We are RegalRadio.com. War on Anchor, a podcast platform. Keep subscribing, keep supporting. We appreciate y'all. And I definitely appreciate this brother coming on with me right now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay, yeah. I said definitely appreciate this brother right here, man, coming on with me. I ain't interviewed a musician in a minute, man, but you know, when I do the music thing, I come serious with it. So I'm glad to have on this brother right here, a true vet in Chicago hip hop, doing it for a minute, man. Treated Crew, General, man, just been out here for a minute doing real shit, putting out great music, man. And he's about to put out something called the Rona. Music for these times, it seems, man. Real shit. You know, just really look forward to hearing that. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, but just doing a quick session, man. I see you burning one over there, man. I'm envying you a little bit, man. Get your afternoon popping off.
Yeah, gotta do that.
For sure. Man, gotta keep it even, Steven, man. You know, in these times, man. And you know, I think kind of one thing I want to start off with, because when I came to you about this, kind of wanted to talk about what's going on in the city right now, stuff along with your personal stuff, your projects and stuff, and it's some wild times going on right now, man. I just want to get your thought as a Chicagoan, as a guy who's out here in the streets, man, especially over the last 24 hours, man. What 24, 48 hours,
man.
What's it feel like in your mind, man, from your view?
Man, it just reminds me of the 90s again. You know what I'm saying? When there was less cameras and less surveillance and more stuff was happening, but you didn't necessarily hear about it, but more was going on. That's just kind of how it feels in the city right now. Like if you grew up here, you kind of used to this. It's a different level of alert though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm back on like my 1998 alert. That's how my head is on the swivel now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like that's where I take it from. A lot what I take from it too is like motherfuckers don't really have much of a. There's really not anything holding people back right now in the streets, and it's not only just in our neighborhoods. It's reaching the neighborhoods where people are getting scared now. The Gold Coast, Michigan Avenue, the Mag Mile downtown, the Loop, and I just saw some reports now on TV. They talking to these store owners and stuff. These people who seeing, and like looking at things in a wide angle view, and I want to get your thoughts on this too in a minute, but. It's kind of like I go back to just a week ago when you had Duck getting shot up on Oak Street, and that's an isolated thing. But then just a week later you got the hood coming down, and that's just 2 months after it happened in response to George Floyd. So it's like they really shook right now in the place where the city has always took comfort in knowing. Okay, we're this world-class city. We have downtown. We have the skyline. We could welcome people in from all across the world, and they could feel safe. But they can't say that shit right
now. No, honestly, they never really could. It was like a false illusion.
Yeah,
and the riots, with the George Floyd stuff, it really exposed the system.
Yeah,
it was like y'all really can't stop all of this, can you? Like it's 13,000 police officers in Chicago. It's 13,000.
Okay.
That's not a lot. Like if you watch, like you see this the Warriors. You remember Cyrus' speech in the beginning of the Warriors?
Right.
It was like, we got 5 cops we got 5 members for every 1 cop. Can you count, suckers? You know what I'm saying? So people counting. And they like, oh man, y'all sweet. So it's sweet out here. So man, you gotta You were always on your own, but the illusion is lifted. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they can see through the illusion now. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
Do you think?
you gotta be on your own. You're on your own, but you always been on your own. You just didn't realize it.
Yeah, but it's like, see, that's one of the things that kind of fuck with me. It's like there's an energy, there's a combined energy that we know that can be had out there. But you know, you're right, and that you pretty much are on your own. I said that much online the other day, like, you know, take care of yourself, take care of your family out here, because you know, motherfuckers will get you if you slipping. That's always been the
Yeah,
case. But
yeah,
you know, but you also did have like people sort of organizing in a careless way, but in some way organizing with, you know, like I said, we gonna go downtown, we gonna go up north and hit these spots instead of hitting our neighborhoods. At least on Sunday they said that, and it's like
right,
I'm kind of like, you know, there's kind of constructive energy that we could use, and like you say, the numbers aren't in their favor if we all get together. But at the same time, they will mob up like they did on Aberdeen when they shot the boy. And that when they look like they did in Inglewood, they look like the biggest gang in the city to me. But you know, I think they do that out of fear. People know that
right.
they do that out of fear.
And see, that's what the looters peep though. It's like, okay, y'all busy on Inglewood. In Inglewood, y'all done sent the whole army there.
Yep.
So y'all not at the Gucci store right now. Swerve. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what happened. Like it's 13,000 of them, man. Like that's the numbers. We see that. We know that. We can feel that. And then they got the blue flu thing going on where they like kind of mad because of the George Floyd protest. So they kind of pulling
Right.
their presence even more anyway. So it's
Don't
just
want to
really
work.
allowing we governing ourselves right now. Like that's what anarchy looks like. And you know, some people are criminals. You know what I'm saying? Like criminals is they just, you know, they ain't got nothing to do with none of that politics. They just like, oh, it's sweet right now.
Right. Do you
That's what,
think
you know.
do you think we should go to the natural progression and just play this out, or do you? I mean, what how do you think this is going to play out in the near future, at least? You know.
uh Man, we gotta honestly this system is so broke, we gotta rip it up and
Yeah.
start from scratch. Like to realistically make a difference that will be positive. You know what I'm saying? But even in the deconstruction, it's gonna be chaos in between those periods of change. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go crazy, and somebody will figure out how to put some order to it. I think, I think we're moving in the right direction. Um, like they say, you gotta keep going through hell. Like when you're going through hell, it means you keep going. You don't stop and be like, "This is horrible. I'm in hell." Like, no, you keep walking till you walk out. So we going through hell, and we gonna be alright on the other end. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Yeah, I'm glad you feel positive about it. You know, I'm trying to keep positive too, man. I think, like I say, I think the important thing for me is just that the people stay aware and that I want to see more of us protecting each other. And you know,
Yeah,
like I could give a fuck about the Gucci stores and Old Navy or whatever these others, but it does kind of affect me a little when you see black-owned stores get mobbed
right.
through and everything. It's like,
I mean, I was excited about the footage that I did see going on in Inglewood
yeah,
after the dude got shot. Like the community was outside, like, man, we sick of
right,
y'all shit, man.
yeah,
What y'all done did now? Y'all always come over doing some shit. They were sick of it, you know what I'm saying? And the community was standing on that, you know, and shit, that's a good thing. And,
yes,
you know, the ops, the media or whatever, they're gonna always make that look as bad as possible. And some of it is bad because like war is not a pretty thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's war. So you could look at both sides and you could pick in what you want to say and be like, oh, you see, they why they have to do it like this, like, because it's war, like it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? They want to critique how we go about doing everything, how we express our anger. Like you can't critique. Like it's gonna come. It might come in a rap song. It might come shooting at the police. It might come kicking in a window. It might come going start a business. Everybody's mind is different. Like we're not monolithic people. We all got different ways of handling things. We are, you know what I'm saying? It's 13 million of us in America, something like that. We are very diverse in our expression. So some people are gonna express this differently, but we all sick of it. You
Oh
know,
yeah, and
we all sick of it.
for sure. And like that's a good way of putting it, man. I think we got that unified energy, that's potential, but we can all address the systemic racism and the bullshit in different ways. Like you say, putting holding down businesses, making new ones, holding down our neighborhoods.
Right.
Some people, like I try to write and I try to put make platform for people to speak like you, to let people know what's really going on out here. People can do that.
Hmm.
People can rap like you do. People can sing. People can do all type of shit. People can be lawyers and protect people from the law. And it's a lot of different ways that we can combat the system.
Right.
And
And it's also too. It's like everybody. Like when I was saying, like everybody got their different parts, talents, roles,
yeah,
views, expressions, but if we all on code that something needs to stop. Like I said, everybody's gonna express that differently. Like Huey P. Newton, he was good at organizing the thugs.
yeah,
Like he was like, I see the thug energy, if utilized correctly, is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just all independent. Like it's an energy. It's somebody that they're willing to fight, but what we fighting for?
hmm
You know what I'm saying? So you got those people, and those people exist, and that's their role. You got just like the government. Like it's literally like the way the government is. Like one dude's an alderman, one dude's a policeman, one dude's a fireman. You know what I'm saying? It's society. We got soldiers, we got politicians, we got musicians. Some people are soldiers, and they don't like what you're doing. They're gonna do some soldiery about it. You know, and you know what I'm saying. The best thing we
really
can
right.
do is I don't hate them. I just be like, hey, let me educate that a little bit, guide that a little bit. Like you're a soldier, you're a protector. You know what I'm saying? Like it just needs to. We all need to be talking. We all need to be like. We don't need to be shunning each other. Like I'm not no better than you. Like all of that. We gotta get rid of that, and we just gotta really be like, hey, don't tear this one down. This mine, but hey, they was on that. Whatever, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
we just once we on code and everybody play whatever their position is. But we are gonna need soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like because the police don't protect our communities.
right.
So somebody got to do something about certain things, and even with the police, like we have to let them know that certain things aren't gonna fly anymore. Like you can't come over here like that no more. Like
Yeah,
you gotta move here with some respect. That's all it is. That's not even hey man, come over here with some respect.
at the
That's all
least,
they
man.
asking.
At the least,
Yeah,
we gotta hold our neighborhoods down, man. We gotta hold ourselves down, and to that end, I don't want to, we I know you would agree with me that the whole "what about black on black violence" is corny, and
yeah,
you know, we that's not nothing about nothing. It's just a way that radical right wingers and people who really don't care about Chicago and don't really care about black folks, they try to undermine movements that way with those arguments. But
right.
we do have violence that's going to occur in our neighborhoods throughout. Always, that's always going to happen.
Yeah.
It happened in the
And
'60s. It happened.
sometimes you know what people don't be realizing either.
Yeah,
Sometimes a lot, actually, not even sometimes. I say a lot of the times that is some of the violence is us taking manners and policing the neighborhood.
Self
You know what
cleaning.
I'm saying? People don't understand. They be like, man, 17 people got shot today. That's all they say. They don't give you context on like, oh yeah, dude raped somebody's grandma and they shot his ass last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know why he got shot. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, a lot of motherfuckers be getting shot. Hey, what was he on? The police wasn't coming to do nothing about him. You got men that can just stalk women and they go to the police and they be like, I don't know what to tell you. Write a report. And if he kills you, we'll do something about it. That's how the police function. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm a pop dude who's stalking my girl. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It's so many things, especially in our communities that aren't getting policed at all. So we left to our own defenses with a lot of things. So since it's not legal violence because it's not a violent offender that has been given a badge that has done something, it's painted in a certain light. But you got to know the context. Like the things with the kids getting caught in crossfires, that's a completely separate. That's a man. You got, hey man, like a lot of this shit is petty too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't know. Like, I need context. I don't like just 57 people were shot today. Like, why? Tell me each story. Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? That when you just paint that picture, like, oh, they're just animals. Just 57. They just went outside, and shot 57 murders today. That's just what they did. Like, no, that's not what happened.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's every weekend we get that. If it's a big enough number, the news is gonna seize on that number and just blow that shit out. Like, you know, that's what it becomes. And then it gets played nationally, and then everybody's like, oh, in Chicago again.
Yeah,
you know?
that shit is dehumanizing.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a body count of ants or something. It's not giving you a detail. You know what I'm saying? When dudes shoot up a school, they're like, they give this dude as much humanity as they can possibly give him. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, he had good grades in school, and I don't know why this lone wolf would do such a thing. And it's like, how many like y'all shot 100 schools? Just imagine if they just said 100 schools were shot up today. They'll say you just be like, damn, they just out there shooting up schools. But they try to give you as much context on those stories as possible. Give us some context.
Oh yeah.
So you can fucking understand the humanity of the situation and then actually try to fix it. But that shit's just antagonizing. They're not trying to fix it. They're trying to paint it in a certain light. And we left to our own devices. Like even with media, like this podcast right here, like we need to start watching these and share this our news. Because they're not gonna tell us somebody else telling a story about you, they're gonna fuck it all up. Period. Right. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these savage niggas. I don't fucking know. Like, no, I don't need that news. I'm gonna tell you the news. So Ray did this, and that's why that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? And now you're like, oh, that makes perfect fucking sense. I see why he shot that motherfucker now. Like, I just need context, man. Yeah. You know?
The devil's in the details, man, for real.
Yeah.
Is that part of the reason why you got into podcasting?
Yeah, definitely. I want it to be just a real nigga news outlet, you know what I'm saying, with some alternative opinions out there in the world, into the universe, you know. Definitely.
Okay. And you know, we talk about how there's lack of context. Sometimes I think there could be too much context too. On the other side, you get sensationalism. And you know, I want to bring up what happened with Duck. And you know, that's a situation where you have a guy an active rapper, a guy who, you know, put out a song with some controversy recently. And you got a lot of people saying that they predicted that something was going to happen, and then something does happen. So they like, okay, that's why it happened. So from your point of view as an artist and as a guy who's been in the street, been in Chicago, you know, what do you think about the way all that played out and the way that the city has reacted to it?
One, I say predicting that is like predicting a boxer gonna get hit. You know, it's like that. Like, man, they was at war for 10 years plus, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a war. It's very well documented on YouTube. War with videos, interviews, songs. You can look at, like, you know what was going on, and I don't even know how much it had to do with that song. Like, that's 10-year beef. That's deep. That's not going nowhere. Motherfuckers, family and friends been killed. Like, they gonna feel away. You know, they gonna feel away. Ain't nothing you said. What you gonna tell somebody? Man, that motherfucker killed my brother. What you say? How you tell him to put his gun down? That motherfucker killed my cousin, my brother, my mama. Like, these motherfuckers got 100 plus body counts against each other.
War story.
So this shit's serious. So it's on site. Like, you know, shit. Some motherfuckers' mamas have been shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some serious shit. Like, you could try to tell a motherfucker to put his gun down, but you know, I mean, I hope they can come to some agreements on some stuff. But some of that shit is like 10 years set in. That's in when they see each other. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do about that before. You know, and I've been to some meetings before. Like, I remember we had a meeting that this was like 2017. I went to Farrakhan's crib with like all Chicago rappers and shit. And we had like a bunch of dudes. We had dudes from both sides of that shit as well. And motherfuckers really calmed down. Like, I could see the presence and the shit calm down too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But things can ignite those things again, you know what I'm saying? And like people are out here trying to do what it do, you know what I'm saying? Like, when motherfuckers get to talking that black on black shit, like, y'all ain't doing, like, yes, motherfucker, I was there at the meeting, nigga. Fuck you talking about we ain't doing nothing about no black on. Shut your bitch ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because niggas is out here trying to do shit about black on black all the time. Niggas is always like, hey, bro, don't put that on Instagram. Hey, bro, hey, what? Hey, they gonna whack you for that shit. We out here. You know what I'm saying? We telling motherfuckers. And a lot of motherfuckers listen. Sometimes motherfuckers don't listen. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers is working. Like, when motherfuckers fix their mouth to say motherfuckers ain't working, like, they just don't get it. Like, let somebody shoot your motherfucking mama and then you just chill the fuck out. Like, this shit's serious. So
it's only enough so much mediation that could be done. You know, it's like you say, you have those moments where you can put some clarity into the young brothers, but you can't keep up with them 24/7. And things are gonna pop off sometimes that you can't take away from, you know, and it leads to, you know, bigger tragedies. And a lot of people, you know, feel some type of way about what happened. You know, you got an artist who had promise and a lot of people was fucking with him, but you know, in the end, he got, like I say, he was involved in something that was bigger than him. And it's kind of fucked up. But you know, it just made me feel glad that, you know, this perspective that artists like you can provide, and that, you know, I know quite a few MCs in the city, and I just pray for y'all, man, and hope that y'all can be free to do what y'all do and not get caught up in no bullshit yourselves. So, you know, with
personal level, man, bro, real talk though, it's easy as hell to stay out the way too. It's easy as hell. I be trying to teach niggas how to stay out the niggas, stay out the way, nigga. like stay positive, man. Stay on your money, man. Like, them some goofies, cut them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to stay out the way. Like, I mean, you can be extremely unlucky at times, you know what I'm saying? And that is what that is. But for the most part, you can stay out the way if you really fucking want to. Like,
how long did it take for you to come to that conclusion? So when you got into rapping and, being out here, you
I
have.
man, I really didn't learn how to stay out the way until I was like 29, and then I
Mm,
was like, okay, like you think about all those different times stuff happened, you be like, man, I'm not even supposed to be alive. Damn.
yeah,
And every time that happens, you do something different. You like, you know what? I'm not. Nope. It's 1 a.m. I'm not gonna walk to the store right now. You know what I'm saying? It's wisdom from learning stuff. Because I learned everything. Like I ain't really listen to motherfuckers. That's how I understand shorties that don't be listening. Because I wasn't listening. Like,
yeah,
I mean, man, whatever. You don't know shit. You broke. Shut your broke ass up. You don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
that's it. If you ain't got no money and you try to tell them what to, they don't even hear you, bro. You gotta look like you're doing something, and then they'll be like, all right, what you got to say?
Yeah, yeah,
And they'll
yeah.
listen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just it's easy to stay out the way, man. I'll teach lessons on it, like for real.
You should, man. You should. But a lot of that is just wisdom that comes with being able to make it through your 20s or so, being able to live longer in a city like this, where you just learn what the ropes are, how to navigate shit. At a certain point. I thank God that I've made it into my 30s without really having a life threatening situation like that. And I don't know how it happened, but I just thank God for that shit. It's just
Yeah,
it is.
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
That's most people though. That's most people, and
right,
that's
right.
most black people too. They try to get it fucked up like we ain't all living like this. This
Not
is
at
a
all.
minority of us living like this too. But you paint the picture like we all just like nah. That's not what's going. Like most of us is doing what we need to be doing.
It's right. Surviving.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah.
yeah.
Like
And like I said, it ain't always that desperate. It ain't like every time we step out, we ducking shots and shit. A lot of our blocks in our neighborhoods is nice as hell. It's and a lot of the interactions I have with the average people out here are decent. It's like, if people see that you have an issue. People, some people are liable to just come up and holler at you and talk to you, and a lot of people about their own shit. They just do their own shit. But I've had, I've had it. It seems like it's always at a time when you really need it too. It's like sometimes it's at a time when you really need it. Where it's like, okay, I just came away from that, and I really got something that I needed, and I feel better about not only my situation but the situation around me. And
hmm
that's just, I don't know if that's, like I said, if that's coming from God or if that's just the universe or whatever. But I just wish that more of the youngins kind of see that. They need to see it more. I think, and a lot of that comes from
right,
living, and then
right.
unfortunately, not enough of them get those chances. But that's how
Right.
it is.
But
But
see, that's another thing too, man. Like, man, I meet a lot of smart ass shorties out here too, man. Like,
sure,
it's a lot of shorties. Most of them have a good head on their shoulders. Like, people really get lost in this negativity. Like, people get lost in it. Like, these 57 people were shot. Duh, 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 you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. That's all they think about. But it's shorties are smart as hell, man. This is a great fucking generation. Like I love these shorties, man. And the older motherfuckers gotta stop with being so damn judgmental. Like that's why I don't like talk to your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like just chill. Like you did this shit. You seen this shit before. Like I don't know how you forgot or what you think is different about this because it's on the internet. Like if we had camera phones, we did the same shit. We just didn't have a camera phone. But it's the
yeah,
same shit. This is a remix of the same shit.
it
And like stop fronting like it's not. Cause that's what's making us repeat it. It's like
yes,
you forgot.
yes.
So you keep on forgetting, you ain't gonna know how to fix it. Like, man, pay attention. They on the same shit, man. Like, The shorties is good. Like, there's nothing wrong with their generation. There's crazy niggas like it's always been crazy niggas. Like,
Yeah,
like it's been crazy niggas for a long time. Like, I'm sure them cities in Egypt had fucking violence problems. Like, man, these niggas keep stabbing niggas, man. What the fuck? Like, that's what motherfucking crazy niggas do. They
yeah.
gonna always be crazy niggas.
That's
But that's not all niggas.
that's like the sketch Chappelle had where he had like his grandfather and his father always talking about, man, they fucking up. like he's talking about the
Yeah, they've been fucking up.
yeah, that shit. That's just civilization, man. There's always people that's gonna burn shit up, but we got to have people
Right.
who build too.
And that's my thing. Like, history is my shit, bro. Like, that's like I studied history. Like, I could be a history professor.
Mm.
Like, fucking ain't none of this shit new. Not one nothing. Like, we literally keep repeating the same shit because you don't pay attention to the last shit.
Oh yeah,
And we just gotta pay attention and teach that shit so we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? And we can move forward. But yeah, we gotta the self-righteous shit, the fucking like I'm trying to we were so much better. Like, okay, do you feel better about yourself now? Like, that's okay. You know what I'm
but
saying? You alienating the next generation because of your ego. Like, you want to make yourself feel like because that ain't doing shit. It's not constructive. So
yeah,
what are you doing? Like,
you see that go
talk
right
to
into
each
something else I want to talk to you about. I got to bring up that
other. Yeah,
the WAP, not in general, but we can talk about
I
that
know what
too.
you're talking about. That Cardi and that Meg.
Yeah, yeah. But there's
Yeah.
a lot of self righteousness that came about with that. And you're someone who I've seen online talk about certain things, reflecting off of that. And I know from your music, you a guy who don't mind talking about sex, don't mind talking about
Right.
your prowess with women. So
Right.
and I've seen you mention being against hypocrisy. And so I know that to that end, I know that you pretty much are for women being able to rap about the same things that you rap about in music. Am I right in saying that?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Like, that's hip hop.
Right.
That's a dialogue. That's hip hop. That's street shit. You know what I'm saying? And what do you want Cardi and Meg to talk about?
But they
Like, what
want
do
them all
you
to be
like?
they want them all to be
That's
rapping
their reality.
soldier or something.
That's her reality. I want to hear what her reality is. Like,
Right.
and I don't see a need to shelter children from reality either. Like, I think we're really weird. We got things backwards. Like, how many murders have you watched as a kid just on TV? You look at TV, see about 300 murders a day,
Hell yeah.
and somebody cover your eyes when some titties pop up on the screen. You're gonna see some titties in your life. I promise you, you're gonna see some titties one day. But you will probably never murder anybody. You know what I'm saying? But you're exposed to 300 murder. Even your favorite cartoon, Pokemon murdering each other and shit. Like, this is we're psychotic. We got life all fucked up. Like, hey, yeah, that's what grown motherfuckers be on, man. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, but I'm not worried about that affecting them. Like, we grew up on Snoop. We grew up on like shit. We grew up on Lil
Yeah.
Kim. Like, it ain't nothing new. Like, and they not lying. Like, yeah, dude, those dudes, man, they just weird. They're weird, man. I think they got their hearts broke, and they're taking it out on the internet.
It's a lot that's involved in it, man. Like you say, men who don't have like their egos been crushed at some point by a woman, or they just can't they can't stand women who are aggressive in any type of way, or I don't know. It's just or
And
It's
that's like, have you ever sat and listened to rap music with a woman
yeah,
and you like, and then you look and you're like, God damn, this look like corrupt, explosive. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Think about that shit. Gobble and swallow the nut up. Shut up, bitch. Stupid bitch. You more of a bitch than a bitch. You ain't in the like this nigga's going crazy. And they sitting there listening to that shit with me with no fucking problem.
Yeah,
So if Cardi was, yeah, you ass eater, bottom feeder, whatever the fuck she said, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, niggas, some of y'all niggas, yeah, they getting your ass back, nigga. All the shit we
right.
talk. We talk a lot of shit. It's like nonstop, nigga. Like I talk, me personally as a rapper, I talk a lot of shit. So yeah, talk some
Yeah,
shit back to me. That's what we doing. This is dialogue, but it's also not like hip hop has always been that. It's street talk. It's a reality. It's a reality of it's reality rap. You know what I'm saying? Before they was calling
yeah,
it gangster rap, it was reality rap. Like, how you think Cardi was talking to motherfuckers in the strip club on the block in the Bronx? Like, what the fuck you think she gonna say? You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
That's what got her to this point. So why she
right.
gonna go away from that
And
shit?
she got so many positives about her. Like, I wouldn't want my daughter to be like Cardi. Like, you don't want your daughter to have 40 mil? I want my daughter to have 40 mil. Which one? What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Like,
Right.
my daughter's gonna become an adult and have sex one day. Like, get over it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are crazy. Like, it's like
Yeah,
a virgin Madonna. What they call this shit, the virgin whore complex, where it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
a lot of dudes are working with that and they don't know what to do with that. They like, what about your mother? But this, like, I don't, like, they weird.
They go
And
too deep in it, man. It's
yeah,
like
it's
you
not
say,
that deep.
no, like you say, it's essential. We all do it. Birds and bees do it. So why don't we do it? We need to do it
Right.
more. A lot of these motherfuckers need more of it in their life, and they can't get it. And that's probably the root of their problems.
Yeah. I hear the resentment behind the tone. Is a resentment in all of their tone that they have with it. And then you have like just the super like religious dudes or whatever popping out here and there too. And like I understand that. And it's just like, yeah, you religious, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what y'all think about everything.
You poison in a
So
whole other level.
yeah. And then it's like it's so many things you can attack on a daily basis. Like if you say anything about them, you gotta stop all the men rapping right now. Like everybody we all gotta start rapping. If that's a problem. I gotta start rapping right now because I'm gonna say something too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell Cardi and man what I think. You know what I'm saying? That's the dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd say if y'all hadn't heard my man rap, listen to was it 1-800 Splash?
oh yeah, that's yeah,
that's a good starting point if you want to get at Mike's point of view with when it
yeah.
comes.
That's definitely talking to like the Meg and Cardis of the world. Most definitely, yeah.
That's my shit, man. I listened back to Tall Dark and Gangster and Green Summer over the past couple days, man. I love
Uh huh.
both those projects, bro. You really came on some fly G Chicago shit on both of those
Man, thank
projects,
you,
man. And I'm
thank
looking
you.
forward to the Rona, man. You say it's coming out on the 24th.
Yes, sir. The 24th.
So, what can
Most
we expect
definitely.
with that project, man? What is it sort of speaking to these times? Is it more of a political or social? I mean, you always spit different things in your raps, but
Yeah.
is this more
It's
pointed
definitely it's
commentary?
definitely it's definitely commentary, but uh it's more in the I wouldn't say it's political, but you can't help but be political in this time at the same time.
Sure.
Like I'm really having a great time during this time. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just observing what's going on around me. That's really what I'll say the Rona is.
Okay.
Like it's a break, but it encompasses what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's that's the that's the way I could explain it if that makes sense. It's like,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I love the art that you use and you playing off the Chronic. And like
uh-huh,
I saw you put up something over the past day that utilizes footage from the what happened on Sunday. Like I think the car
uh-huh,
crashing into one of the stores and
yeah,
all that. It had a joint on it, and the joint over it. What's that called that you had play over? Because it sounded a
that's
little
called
harder
Go
than
Crazy.
Go
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's called
Okay.
Go Crazy. Yeah.
It sounded a little harder edge than like what I've heard on the last couple projects too. Because I know
Hmm.
you put out a lot of fly shit, smoother type of stuff, but that had a little harder edge to it. So I'm looking forward to hearing more of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this got a lot of different sauce. That's one thing I did too. Like why I went with the Chronic artwork is because I wanted to take a approach like that on a sonic level.
Okay.
Like I was like, okay, let me put some tracks together, like these instruments and like this is a very well produced album too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like just really putting the pieces together. We got 13 tracks, and I'm also letting the homies shine on there a lot too
Oh,
from my
who
crew,
can we
the
see on
Ops.
there?
So you're gonna see Jesus Piece. You're
Okay.
gonna see my girl Mel. You're gonna see my dude Bruce. I got Juno. I got D2G on there.
Okay.
I got Scooter Chose on there. I got Robust.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, like just a real good gumbo. Like just introducing the guys. My guy Maverick Gawan, got
All
him.
right.
Jawan, got him on there as well. Yeah, man. But that's what I'm going for. I was definitely like, I'm gonna make a classic,
Okay.
and
I like
came
ambition. I
in with
like
that
that.
intent. Yeah.
Yeah, we need stuff like that right now, man. It was just going about creating in this time with the shutdowns and everything, and the isolation that was that's been involved with a lot of the quarantine and stuff. What I'm trying to say, has that affected the way that you approach creating in any type of way, or and has that been for you just creating in that environment?
It's actually it's made for a great creative space because it slowed the world down. So like the whole world is just slowed down. You can like see it in slow motion, and that's like that's like the creative space I'm in now, where it's like okay, it's enough calm within the storm to plot, plan, strategize right. You know what I'm saying? So things don't feel like rushed per se. So
Okay.
yeah, I would say yeah, it's a lot of distraction that's not in the space. So it's just like create, create, create. You know,
Yeah,
so
that
that's
seems
a
like
good
a
thing
good
about
space
it.
to be in. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, before we I let you go, bro. Just again, thanks for
Hmm.
building with me, talking with me, man. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to be able to be in tune with a brother like you who's doing some interesting things in hip hop, who's been doing some interesting things in hip hop and been repping our city, in the right way, man. This, you know, I know today is like the anniversary. You made a mention of that too online. Today being the
Yeah.
anniversary of hip hop, the
The
first
birth of hip hop
birth
was
of hip
today.
hop. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I know Lupe made the track "Hip Hop Saved My Life" and everything, and I don't know how much you want to go into your whole thing about your life with hip hop, but what I was just wondering, like, what does it mean to you to have a day like this to celebrate our culture that's meant so much to us that we both came up entirely in it, growing up and came of age in it. So it's definitely meaningful. But just in your words, like, what does that mean? What does hip hop mean to you, and what has it been? The importance has been in your life, just beyond being able to have a voice and get money and do fly shit.
I mean, it's literally it's life.
Hmm.
Like it's life. And Cool Herc need to get a whole lot more credit from a whole lot more people
Definitely.
sucking on the titty of hip hop. Like for real. Cause we
Definitely.
all on that motherfucker. Like everybody's on that motherfucker. And some dude in a project auditorium room started that shit today in 1973.
Right.
Like that needs to be that's some George Washington shit. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? Like motherfucker, because that affects every facet of all of our lives. Like everything. I can't even name an aspect that it don't affect in some manner. Like it's that deep. So
Yeah. And to show
put
you
some
how
respect on his name.
Cool Herc,
For
no
real.
doubt, man. He's the
Yeah.
Godfather, man. He like you say, the George Washington of the shit, man. He deserves all the props,
Yeah.
all the love, all that flowers, man. And it's amazing, like how you talk about how humble a movement can be at this beginning. Like they didn't
Right.
set out necessarily to change the world. They just wanted to do something for themselves in that moment in the Bronx. It was a back to school party. It was them doing something for the kids in that community so they could do celebrating and have a good time on at the time when they was getting ready to go back to school. And it's become all this other shit. Like it's become this
Yeah.
entire thing that changed the world multiple times over. That's brought about
Yeah.
legends and all types of leaders and business leaders and community leaders and all types of
Right.
amazing art that's come from it. It's
Generating trillions.
yes,
Like it's crazy.
yeah, made a lot of people rich who shouldn't have, you know,
Yeah.
of leeching off of the
And
culture, but it
and
has changed a lot of
1973 wasn't that long ago. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not that long.
not at all. It's amazing, man, when you think about it, man. But it's good that it's still here, man, and that people like you are still finding ways to build off of that legacy, man. So I appreciate you for that, bro, and like I said, I appreciate Cool Herc and all the forefathers and foremothers and definitely a good way I think to end on this day, man. I'm definitely glad to be able to talk to you on this day for that matter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, the Rona, man, August 24th coming out, man. Check this brother's
Yes,
work out.
sir.
Check him out. Like I say, listen to his older stuff too, man. It's like Tall Dark and Gangsters out there, Green Summer. I was
Yes.
bumping the stuff you did with Rashad and Spin too the other day, man.
Oh, word, word.
Yeah,
The Live from Your Mama's House. Yeah.
yeah, that's my shit too, man.
Yeah.
He got it, man. He got a catalog, man. Look up my man Mike Terra on SoundCloud on there, all these outlets, man. Wherever you see music, man, look up his shit and definitely support the Rona. And I see you still doing the podcasting too, right? The Ops podcast.
Uh, we took a little break, but we're gonna get it started back up pretty soon.
Okay,
So yeah, I'm gonna
okay.
be working on that soon.
All right, man. I look forward to you seeing whatever you do, man. Anything else you want to holler at the people about, or plug whatever, man. It's on you.
Oh man. Shit, that's about it. August 24th, Rona, and stay out the way.
Yes, sir. Stay out the motherfucking way,
Yeah,
man. Or at
yeah,
least keep your head on the swivel, at least, man.
yeah, both.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, bro, man. Definitely we gotta build again soon, man. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, definitely wish you the best, man, going forward.
Okay, yes, sir.
All
Yeah.
right, bro.
Mhm.
Mike
Yeah.
Terra right there, man. The Rona coming soon. Yeah, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Treated Crew, Ops, all that, man. We just try to give you some more of this cultural stuff along with the sports and everything that we do. Uh, we are Rigo Radio, War Media, keeping it moving, man. Um, I should be coming back soon, a little later today, with a couple of my best homies, and we gonna do some more building soon, man. If not tonight, we'll do it sometime this week. But we gonna do a lot of building, plus more running with war. Of course, we do that every week, running with war session, talking about the NBA and the WNBA, and as well I'm gonna try to do the varsity show this week as well on Thursday, bringing back the originals. The My man Pharaoh, Sean Terry, and Joe Tanksley as well. Definitely Big Joe is gonna join us, man. Regal co-founders in formation, doing it big this week. And yeah, we're just gonna keep on giving you more of what y'all need. And hopefully y'all like it. Keep supporting us on our website, on War on Anchor. We have, like I said, just a lot of stuff that we've been building up. And of course, if you're watching this, you can see YouTube. Check out our playlist, Second City Sports. Um, Josh Hicks got his podcast. It'll be a new In the Scope podcast with Josh Hicks coming out on Friday. And yeah, just keep supporting, man. If you like what we do, share our shit. Give us some love, and we'll give you some love right back. That's it for now, man. Shout out again, Mike Terra. Shout out to everybody in the city, man, surviving, and yeah, just do the best that you can, man. Try to do the best you can. Try to take care of yourself and take care of others, man. It's not all about just getting what you can, just getting what you want, getting what you can. We gotta protect each other because ain't nobody else gonna do it but us. All right.